Hey guys, this is Goji73 coming at you with a figure review. It's been a while since I've reviewed anything lately because I'm actually waiting for a collection update, but there's something on the way that I'm waiting for eagerly. But in that time, here is some figures that I've got along the way, and might I say they have become really popular as of late, and they cost quite a pretty penny. But during that time, I was actually able to score 3 of them. Here is the first one that I got, starting them all off. It is none other than the ULTRA-ACT ULTRAMAN. Now, you all know his history by now if you're an Ultraman fan. If not, well, I'll just give you the early history because the plot pretty much evolves from there. At first, Ultraman was an alien who was pursuing the monster Bemular throughout space. So, eventually he landed on Earth and crashed into a human named Shin Hayata. Feeling guilty over this death that he's caused, he fuses with the human Hayata, and together they both fight against evil monsters and aliens. Eventually, in the first episode he fights and kills Bemular eventually, but Hayata and Ultraman continue to work together, transforming and whatnot, to fight other monsters. And eventually, the series ended with Ultraman being fatally wounded by Zeton. But anyway, that's pretty much the whole series in a nutshell. The whole history of the original Ultraman in a nutshell. Now on to the biggest part of this review is detail. Now first off, let me pull out something to better compare this particular Ultraman figure with. Bandai's Ultraman. Now, as you notice here, there's a whole bunch of hinge joints all over the ULTRA-ACT Ultraman, and here there's practically nothing, just arms and waist rotate. But yeah, ULTRA-ACT, Bandai's releasing a whole new line of figures where they're releasing the Ultramen and some monsters as part of their series, and yeah, this is basically the first one that they made, Ultraman. This was just to compare the differences between the two. This one has very little articulation. This one has tons, but there's like tons of hinges on his body. This one has a little more detail. This one is a lot more articulate. Color of the eyes are different too. This one's more orange. This one's more clear, like his actual counterpart. So yeah, just a tiny little comparison there. And what I mean by articulation is that he has like a bunch. His arms all rotate. Well, his hands rotate 360, and they come off. Sometimes you have to pluck them off or twist them off. With Ultraman, it's pluck. Okay, I guess I really don't want to do that. I don't want to break it and whatever. Yeah, the head rotates up and down, spins, that kind of stuff. And the legs, hinge joints everywhere, even the toes have hinges on them. Knees, waist, leg, and even chest, shoulders. So altogether it's basically 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. It's basically 17 points altogether. That is incredibly articulate. And just for size comparison, he already showed you with the Bandai Ultraman. Here's his first ever opponent too. Here's Bemular. As you can see, yeah, at first it would seem like this is out of size because Bemular is a pretty big monster, but I could always pose him down in his original pose, and that will actually look a whole lot more accurate. Excuse me for 1 second. Yeah, this is more like how he actually stood when fighting Bemular. So yeah, that's actually accurate now. And to compare with another famous monster of his, Gamora. And yeah, they were both about the same height, like this. So yeah, that's accurate too. And Rarity, let me straighten them out first. Rarity, he is currently common. He is part of the ULTRA-ACT series, like I stated before. So, he should be rather common, but he does go for about a hefty price. On eBay, he goes for about like $50 for, including shipping. But yeah, he's a really nice figure. I really recommend it. Another thing about ULTRA-ACT is not only does he comes like this with fists, like all the other Ultra figures do. But let me show you like the box. These are like a whole bunch of pieces that came inside this box right here. You saw me do an unpacking video, so you should know what it is by now. But yeah, you can just take a look. Like right here is a hand holding the Ultra Slash. 3 different hand poses. His color timer when it's blinking red. And in the back you can see him with a specium ray and a cape. Now the cape is actually a solid vinyl, so it's not really soft and flabby like you think. But yeah, that is just an example of how pretty badass this figure really is. And so that's it for this review. History is really long, because it's the first Ultraman that started it all. Detail is good. I mean, there's a lot of hinges, but that means articulation is pretty great. Sizing is really good. It's adjustable. And rarity is quite common. So in the end, I'm giving this figure a 10 out of 10. He is a really great Ultraman figure. I mean, you can always get the Bandai one, but if you really want to like make videos like I do, I suggest you get this one. It is just a really great figure in general. And so that's it. I hope you enjoy this review.